Imagine a world where time stands still. What if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? The consequences would be catastrophic. Could we even survive a world without rotation? Chapter 1. The immediate aftermath. Imagine a world spinning at a constant, predictable rate, a rhythm we've all grown accustomed to. Then picture that rhythm abruptly ceasing. The Earth's rotation, the very force that dictates our days and nights, grinds to a halt. What would happen? The answer is a cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. The moment Earth's rotation stopped, everything not anchored to the ground would continue moving at 1,600 kilometers per hour. This isn't a gentle drift. It's a violent, instantaneous surge forward, a planet-wide ejection of anything not firmly secured. Hurricane-force winds would sweep across the planet. These aren't your average tropical storms. They are winds born of pure, unadulterated momentum. Winds capable of tearing apart structures and reshaping landscapes. Objects would fly through the air. Cars, trees, even entire houses would become projectiles, hurtling across the ravaged terrain with terrifying speed and force. Buildings would crumble, unable to withstand the sudden immense pressure. Foundations would crack, walls would collapse, and skyscrapers would twist and buckle like toys in the hands of a destructive child. Massive tsunamis would devastate coastlines. The oceans, no longer held in check by the Earth's rotation, would surge forward in colossal waves, inundating coastal cities and leaving behind a trail of utter destruction. Unprecedented global destruction would follow. The initial surge of momentum would be just the beginning. The aftershocks, both literal and figurative, would reverberate across the globe for years to come. Ecosystems would collapse, weather patterns would become erratic, and the very fabric of society would be torn apart. The world as we know it would be changed forever. The familiar landmarks, the bustling cities, the tranquil countryside, all would be transformed into a desolate wasteland, a testament to the awesome power of a planet unleashed. The survivors, those fortunate enough to weather the initial storm, would face a daunting task, rebuilding civilization from the ashes, navigating a world irrevocably altered, and confronting the psychological scars of witnessing such unimaginable devastation. The future would be uncertain, fraught with peril, but also filled with the potential for resilience, adaptation, and the rediscovery of what it truly means to be human in the face of overwhelming adversity. This is not just a story of destruction. It is a story of survival, of hope, and of the enduring spirit of humanity. Chapter 2. A day that lasts a year. Imagine a world where the familiar rhythm of sunrise and sunset vanishes, replaced by an unending stretch of daylight or an eternal night. This is the reality we would face if the Earth stopped rotating. Without the consistent spin that we take for granted, one side of our planet would perpetually face the sun, basking in its intense radiation for an entire year, while the opposite side would be plunged into an unending frigid darkness. This absence of rotation would fundamentally alter the very fabric of our planet's existence, creating a day-night cycle that lasts a full year. A concept almost impossible to grasp within our current understanding of time. The consequences of such a dramatic shift would be far-reaching and devastating, impacting everything from our climate and ecosystems to our daily lives. The delicate balance that sustains life on Earth relies heavily on the consistent rotation that distributes solar energy and moderates temperatures across the globe. Without it, our planet would become a world of extremes, a place unrecognizable from the vibrant and diverse home we know today. The absence of Earth's rotation would lead to the formation of extreme heat and cold zones, fundamentally reshaping the planet's climate and rendering vast areas uninhabitable. The side perpetually facing the sun would be subjected to relentless solar radiation, causing temperatures to soar to unimaginable heights. The land would become a parched desert. Oceans would evaporate, and any semblance of life would be scorched away. Conversely, the dark side of the Earth would be plunged into an eternal winter, with temperatures plummeting far below freezing. Ice sheets would expand, engulfing the land in a frozen wasteland, and the atmosphere would become thin and frigid. These extreme temperature differences would create a stark contrast across the planet, the narrow band of twilight between the two extremes offering a slim chance of survival. However, even this twilight zone would be subject to unpredictable weather patterns and violent storms, making it a precarious and challenging environment. The delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems would be shattered. and the vast majority of species would be unable to adapt to these extreme conditions. The Earth, as we know it, would be transformed into a hostile and unforgiving world, a testament to the vital role that rotation plays in maintaining a habitable environment. Chapter 3. Oceans would migrate. The equatorial bulge would collapse, causing sea levels to rise near the poles. Water would rush away from the equator, flooding new regions. Continents would drown, deserts would rise. The world map would be unrecognizable as coastlines vanish and new deserts emerge. Chapter 4. The magnetic field collapses. Without rotation, Earth's dynamo effect would cease. The magnetic field would disappear, leaving the planet exposed. Solar and cosmic radiation would bombard the surface, threatening all life. Satellites would fail, and the atmosphere would be stripped away over time. Chapter 6. Life's Last Stand. Imagine a world ravaged by unimaginable catastrophe. A world where the very elements turn against life itself. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie, but a potential future if our planet were subjected to extreme conditions. Dying forests, once vibrant ecosystems teeming with life, now stand as skeletal remains, monuments to a lost world. Frozen tundras, locked in a perpetual icy grip, expand their domain, swallowing what little remains of habitable land. And overheated deserts, fueled by relentless solar radiation, become infernos where survival is an hourly struggle. Even at the microscopic level, the building blocks of life are under assault. DNA, the very blueprint of existence, would degrade under intense radiation, its delicate structure unraveling, threatening the continuity of all living things. The consequences are dire. Mass extinction wouldn't be a distant threat. It would be an ongoing reality. In this bleak scenario, what hope remains for life? What forms of existence could possibly withstand such overwhelming adversity? Only the most extreme forms of life may endure in this harsh new world. These are the survivors, the resilient few who have adapted to conditions that would obliterate almost anything else. Microbes, the tiny workhorses of the biosphere, might find refuge in the most unexpected places, thriving in the cracks and crevices of a dying planet. And extremophiles, organisms that revel in the extremes of temperature, pressure, and toxicity, might survive where nothing else can. They are the ultimate survivalists, the pioneers of a new, unforgiving world. They offer a glimpse of hope, a testament to the tenacity of life, even in the face of near total annihilation. Their existence is a reminder that life in some form may always find a way. But the question remains, is mere survival enough? And what kind of future awaits these hardy survivors in a world forever scarred by catastrophe? Chapter 6. Technology fails. Civilization crumbles. Blackouts would sweep the globe. GPS and communication systems would fail. Civilization would collapse as technology breaks down. Tech systems would break down, leaving humanity in darkness. The world would be disconnected and vulnerable. Chapter 7. Tectonic mayhem. Earthquakes and volcanoes would reshape the planet. The crust would destabilize, causing new mountains to rise and valleys to fall. The landscape would be forever changed, with new mountains rising and valleys falling. Chapter 8. What would remain? Abandoned cities, polar colonies, and underground bunkers would be all that's left. Survivors would navigate by the stars, adapting to a new way of living. Earth would become unfamiliar, a world transformed beyond recognition. Humanity would have to adapt to survive. As Earth slowly spins again, sunrise returns to the horizon. The world beneath our feet is fragile. Let's not take it for granted. Subscribe for more Science Explained.